Hi guys, it's Diva and welcome to my first YouTube makeup tutorial. I've done this super sexy, sultry, super smoky, metallic blue smoky eye using the Smashbox Double Exposure palette. I really love this palette and I have done a full blog post on it that I will list in the down bar, so you can check that out if you want to. Also, to mark my first YouTube makeup tutorial, I am giving away one of these Smashbox Double Exposure palettes. Of course, not this one, a brand new one. And yeah, to know how to enter, all the information will be in the down bar below. Until next time, see you later. Bye. I've already done my foundation, eyebrows, and prepped my eyes with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. The first thing I'm doing is applying the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Peacock to my eyelids and blending it out. Make sure you blend this thoroughly. Now, taking my Smashbox Double Exposure palette, I'm taking the shade Mauve and I'm adding this to the outer corner of my eye, concentrating the color on the outer and blending inwards. Notice how I'm using windshield wiper motions. Now adding the shade Temper, I am intensifying that color and blending again in windshield wiper motions. Taking a clean brush, I am blending over to ensure there are no harsh lines. Now I'm taking the black shade called Noir and I'm adding this quite heavily to the outer corner of the eye, blending this again inwards. This is going to intensify the look. And now I'm taking a clean blending brush and blending that out. You want to do that when you work with black eyeshadow. Now for the star of the show. Taking the shade Midnight, I'm applying it dry to my lids. I'm using a shader brush to pack that color on. I want to show you how it looks dry. Now taking my brush and wet it, and I'm drying it off on a paper towel. Using the brush damp, I am now adding the same color Midnight wet. This adds more sparkle to the look and intensifies that color, giving it a beautiful metallic sheen. Watch how it transforms. Can you see the difference from the left eye to the right eye? Now pack this on until you achieve the desired intensity. Taking the shade Peony, I am highlighting my brow bone and my inner corners. This is going to brighten up and open up my eyes, making me look a little bit awake, because I think I was a bit sleepy. Now, I'm taking a clean blending brush and I'm blending everything all together. Now I'm taking a khol black liner, this is MAC Smoulder, and I'm tight lining my upper lash line and my lower lash line. I know tight lining looks scary, but with a bit of practice, it's okay. Now, lining the upper lash line as close to the lashes as possible. This will intensify the smokiness. And I'm also running it down my lower lash line. Taking a pencil brush, I'm going to smudge the liner wherever I've placed it, and this again is going to create that smoky, sultry look. Make sure to blend, blend, blend. Now taking the shade Midnight wet, I'm applying it to the lower lash line with a small smudger brush. I'm making sure to blend it thoroughly. Taking a definer brush, I'm applying the shade Noir dry, just over the top, just for some added intensity. Now taking my trusted eyelash curler, I am curling those lashes. Girls, if you don't own an eyelash curler, it really does make a difference. So you've got to go out and get one. Well, I think anyway. So after curling those lashes, I'm going to go in with some mascara. I'm not too concerned about what mascara I'm using today because I am going to be putting on some false lashes. So making sure that you wiggle that brush, coat your lashes, and don't forget those bottom lashes. Whew, what big eyes I have. Now with that done and my falsies on, I'm taking my felt tip liner pen and I'm applying it as close to the lash band as possible in order to hide that lash band. Then taking Noir on a definer brush, I'm just packing this over top of that liner. And again, just highlighting my inner corners that may have been lost. Taking my MAC Prolong Wear Concealer, I'm highlighting under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and where I have darkness around my mouth and my forehead. Taking my damp beauty blender, I am beating the hell out of my face. Can you hear the beat? Remember guys to use this wet, otherwise we're gonna have some problems. Now taking my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in a darker shade, I'm going down the side of my nose and I'm putting it on the tip to make my nose appear a lot shorter and straighter. And taking a brush, I'm just blending that out because I want it to look as natural as possible. No, I did not get hurt from doing that. Now taking my MAC Prep and Prime pen, highlighter pen in the shade Bright Forecast, I am again going over my lips, taking that highlighter where I applied it, but just slightly below my cheekbones. This is going to add a lot of brightness to my face, and then again dancing and beating the hell out of my face again. Make sure everything is well blended. Now I'm setting my eyes, my under eyes, and all the places that I have highlighted with the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder in the shade Banana. This is going to make sure nothing moves. Now my face is flat, so to add some warmth and some definition, I'm using all three shades from the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit to warm, define, and maybe look at the 3D. Okay, now smiling like a fool, I am taking some blusher, applying it, and then brushing it up towards my temple, and just gradually building it up because I think this was a little bit too sheer. So I did go in a second time to add something. Now I have applied my favorite Ochre highlighter in a C formation, taking it from the tops of my cheekbones around for my eyebrows. Now I've lined my lips and filled them in because I have pigmented lips, and now adding some pink lipstick. And that, guys, is the last step of this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.